Hey guys, Tony Tell like it is. Oh man, the Zionists out there are gonna enjoy their scripted, symbolic death ritual of all these poor victims in Houston. I'm just displaying to you what this evil gang at Hollywood thinks. You think about it, Hollywood, LA. Where the false prophets, the long-nosed media types reside at. Los Angeles, where entertainment resides at. Hollywood. And it is a symbolic flood ritual where Houston, the team in orange, represents the fire, is going to go down to Dodger Blue. Dodger Blue will flood over the Houston Astros. Once again, this is all symbolic. The last Game 7 that the Los Angeles Dodgers played in the World Series, it came against the Minnesota Twins in the 1965 World Series. It's interesting. The Super Bowl 51 was played at Houston. The Houston Astros would then play in the 112th World Series. This upcoming Super Bowl is at Minnesota, interesting enough. And the last time the Dodgers played a Game 7 was against the Minnesota Twins. And the Dodgers are playing in this Game 7 right before this upcoming Super Bowl at Minnesota. A very significant tribute to look out for. You got to keep in mind of that 1965. That last Game 7 occurred exactly 52 years ago. And I will be here to help you explain what that is all about. The last time the Dodgers played a Game 7 was 52 years ago. Yu Darvish is going to be the starter for the Los Angeles Dodgers. He came over from the New York Mets. Now on to number 52. This is all completely scripted by the numbers. The Dodgers are going to win their 115th game of the season. 104 wins during the regular season. It takes 11 games to win the World Series. World Series 11 letters. No coincidence. This Halloween was all a grand scripted death ritualistic sacrifice of all these stupid fucking retards wearing orange in the stands on Halloween. Orange has always been a color of sacrifice. You think about it, the Denver Broncos, all the Super Bowls they lost that they got blown out, they wore orange. Their 2 Super Bowls that they won, they wore white. And I correctly predicted the Broncos to win Super Bowl 50 over the Panthers as a result of Denver wearing white. The black-white ritual, the Black Panther tribute in Super Bowl 50. The Dodgers are winning their 115th game after beating the Houston Astros. And the Zionist gang at Hollywood says, "Happy Halloween, Houston fans. You're about to get flooded by Dodger Blue." It is the evil, satanic gang of false Jews out there that are mocking all of the goy out there who think the Astros are going to win. This is a grand, ultimate, pathetic mocking of all the sheep out there that think the Houston Astros are going to win, or the sheep out there that think the Houston Astros are going to win because of the Houston Astros being on a 2014 Sports Illustrated cover. But Professor Tony Tell It Like It Is of Geometric Studies is here to tell you the classic case study was Euro 2016. France didn't win Euro 16 even though they hosted the final. Even though France suffered the Paris bombings, they still lost the final. The Zionists love these symbolic death tributes. And I already explained the biblical prophecy of Genesis 7-4. Remember, the thumbnail of the video says it all. Kimberly Jansen, number 74, Genesis 7-4, where God warns of the coming floods. they're going to hit Earth in 7 days. The Dodgers, the team in Dodger blue, Houston gets flooded. The Dodgers win their 7th title against the city that suffers the floods. It's all rigged and scripted, reenacted through the Bible. This is what the Freemasons and the Zionists do. It's only fitting that the first team to win the World Series will happen under the presidency of Donald Trump. I talked about this all year long. The Dodgers are a very rich franchise. They're going to end their 29-year title drought ever since the ownership group that consisted of Magic Johnson and some outside investors bought the Dodgers. They've been the highest spending team in baseball. Rich equals 29. You think about the stock market crash, the year 29, the 88-year anniversary of the stock market crash during Game 1 of the World Series, ladies and gentlemen. 88 years later, the Dodgers win the World Series in the year 88. All rigged and scripted by the numbers. It's all rigged and scripted. 52 years ago was the last time the Dodgers played in a Game 7 against the Minnesota Twins. Next Super Bowl is at Minnesota. Rich Hill, the starter of today's game. Prophecy equals 52. 52-year title droughts ended for the San Francisco Giants and the Cleveland Cavaliers. In the 106th World Series, when the Giants ended the drought, prophecy equals 106 and 52. Another classic case study to look at is the 106th World Series, how they make it blatantly obvious. Flight also equals 52. The Game 7, the 7th title, the whole biblical ritual that's happening, all rigged. 52 years ago was the Game 7. Yu Darvish is starting for the Dodgers. Someone made a racial gesture towards him. I have no idea what happened about that. I just know that it did happen. Yu Darvish is going to be a special tribute to the Jesuits. The Dodgers were a special tribute to the Jesuits. Clayton Kershaw's first victory of the year was his 127th career win. The Dodgers played 127 seasons before this year. It is Genesis 7:4 in the Bible. It is a part of Catholicism. It is the Jesuits that are rigging and scripting the world of professional sports. The Pope right now, the first Jesuit Pope, is Pope Francis, Pope Jorge M. Bergoglio. His birthday is on December the 17th. The amount of time from Game 7 on November the 1st to the Pope's birthday is a time span of 46 days, all rigged and scripted by the numbers. Yu Darvish's first start against the Mets on August the 4th, 8-4, Jesuit, the Catholic Church Savior, the Savior in Game 7 of this game, all rigged by the numbers. Mets in World Series equal 57, but 46 days from Game 7 to the Pope's birthday. Houston, Texas equals 46, Yu equals 46, Yu Darvish 46, and 127. Vatican City also equals 127. It's not in my calculator. Now, LA and Gematria, as you see, equals 13. Very interesting with the number 13. The 2013 Houston Astros, the 13 Houston Astros record is very significant. Remember, the floods that happened in Houston, their record was a huge foreshadowing that we were going to have a Dodgers-Astros World Series. These games are rigged and scripted by the numbers years in advance. It was their 52nd season in Houston. Remember, flood equals 52. Texas Rangers 52, where Yu Darvish, the Game 7 starter, played for. Their 49th season as the Astros. Game 7 of the World Series. Number 1, November the 1st of 2017. That was my thumbnail. That was number 74. Kenley Jansen, the God number G-D, the 7th letter, the 4th letter. This has a date numerology of, I forgot to include the one for November. This is a date numerology of 13. Once again, significant for Los Angeles, the 113th World Series. You see how they rig and script the world of sports by the numbers. Once again, my screen got cracked on the left side of my screen. I can't use my touchscreen right now. November the 1st of 2017 has a date numerology of 49 as well. Also has a date numerology of 29. November the 1st of the year 17 has a date numerology of 29. The Dodgers end a 29-year title drought on a date numerology of 29. When you get rid of the 20, the Dodgers are going to win their 49th lifetime World Series game after they win this game. Also for the Dodgers, and November the 1st. November the 1st can be written out as 11-1. In other words, it equals 111. The death sacrifice for the city of Houston, the flood ritual, 111. The Dodgers are going to win their 49th World Series game, and they have lost a total of 63 games, I believe it is. Let's go down to the list of World Series champions. 47 and 63. That should be 48 right now. Once again, they are not uploading, they're not updating their numbers correctly. The Dodgers in Game 7 are playing their 112th game, their 112th World Series game. And this is another thing too. I need to do this research and see what amount of games a team historically would play in the World Series. If I did the scenario, if I said, okay, the Dodgers enter the World Series with 105 World Series games, it would make sense that before the World Series, I should have used this method, look back at the historical table, go ahead and add up the number and see if they could reach 112. And this is another thing that you have to learn as time goes on when you do gematria in numerology. You just want to perfect the research. Their 52nd season, Houston 49th as the Astros. Significant for this upcoming World Series, the year 13 as well, with LA, L the 12th letter, A the first letter. 51 wins and 111 losses. They go from worst to almost the best team in baseball. 51 wins that year, that 13 Astros team. The Dodgers equals 51. Conspiracy and gematria equals 51. It's interesting, right? Game 7 is on November the 1st, 11-1, 111. It's also going to be the Dodgers' 111th game of the season. 111th win of the season, wasn't it? I have to go back and okay, it was the Astros 111th. They have 111 games right now. I just had to think of that. So the Astros, they won 101 games during the regular season. They have 10 wins right now. So the Astros are going to remain at 111 victories on November the 1st. It was the Dodgers that defeated the defending champion, the Chicago Cubs, by a score of 11-1. And they're playing in Game 7 on November the 1st. And the Astros are at 111 victories right now. Completely rigged, completely scripted. This score for Game 5, the game that the Dodgers clinched their World Series spot, definitely was a big clue for Game 7 for this upcoming World Series. The Astros remaining at 111 wins, completely rigged, completely scripted by the numbers. We have Puig's World Series guaranteed too. Let's see Puig here. Where the fuck is Puig? Thought I had that link open over here. Come on, let's blow, let's go. Guarantee, let's go. Okay, finally, about damn fucking time. Okay. Yasiel Puig, he guaranteed the Dodgers were going to reach Game 7. Magic Johnson guarantees the Dodgers going to win the World Series. You know it's rigged and scripted for the Dodgers when they're the only team out there that's making all these guarantees. So that's just proof that baseball is rigged and scripted by the numbers. Yasiel Puig with 57 home runs before the start of the year. World Series 57. Yasiel Puig once again. Number 66, Revelation.
Hamilton was adopted from a rescue.
Revelation is a 66th book in the Bible. He made this guarantee on, which day was it? October 30th? That also was a very significant date. October the 30th of 2017, 37. This has a date numerology of 77. Remember, Yasiel Puig wears number 66. Book of Revelation, the 66th book in the Bible. Book of Revelation, Gematria 77. It was a revelation that the Dodgers are going to be playing in Game 7. They're going to win their 49th game in Game 7 of the World Series. They're going to win their 49th World Series game as a franchise. Revelation in Gematria 49. Also, exactly 7 days ago, Fernando Valenzuela and Vin Scully threw out the first pitch in Game 2 of the World Series. Game 7, exactly 7 days later, November the 1st, Fernando Valenzuela's 57th birthday, World Series in Gematria equals 57, already inscripted for number 34, Fernando Valenzuela. The Dodgers going to take care of this rigged and scripted biblical flood ritual of Houston. Zionist mocking of all the goy and all the people who think the Astros are going to win. All these World Series guarantees, 57 connections. This is it. I'm done with this work right now. I was just waiting ever since March for this to happen, and this is close to reality, and I'm going to be bringing home some money from Vegas, baby. Watcha!